Hey guys, we're gonna be doing the following. Because you stole my candy! Hi guys, welcome to Lulu School of Animation. I am super excited because we have done 8 chapters. 8 is crazy, that's a lot. And today's lesson is not my favorite, but it's very important. It's about X sheets. Have you heard of X sheets? Maybe you haven't, maybe you have, but they're very important. I didn't think they were important, but they are. So, again, we are doing the Animator Survival Kit. So, in this chapters, we do, just one second. We did 61, we did 70 to 76. 70 to 76. I think that's right. Anyways, anything that talked about the X sheets, we did. So I read that. It was very confusing to me, even for me. I tried to understand as much as I could. I have used an X sheet before, so from my experience, I'm going to talk about X sheets before. But for today's lesson, we are going to do a full animation, and guess what? It's going to be a dialogue. A dialogue. A dialogue. I love dialogues. So I have recorded a dialogue. Let me see if I can play it right now. Because you stole my candy! Yeah, so hey, that's my voice. So I'm gonna do a dialogue, and hopefully that was enough time. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that dialogue in a cartoon, and I'm going to have it voice synced. And what we're going to do is we're going to use the X sheet to sync it, because X sheets are very, very useful for lip syncing. And I'll show you how. So, I'm not going to talk today about what he said in the book. We're just going to get into working. I have my computer on. Let's get into the X sheet. And then after that, we're going to get into the animation part. So let's get working. Hi guys, welcome back. We are here looking at our X sheet. Wow, I have problems saying that. Anyways, so this is the closest that I found to the most original, to like the ones that they used at like studios, big studios. So this is what we're gonna fill out. Okay, of course we are going to fill out things like, and actually I'm like gonna use like a bright color. So okay, so I'm gonna do I don't know, character, I don't know, we're gonna say Tutu. No, we're gonna say Lily. Co-animator, I'm just gonna say me for shorter. Character, well, we already said that. We're just gonna have one character, so this doesn't apply for anything. Deadline, today. Credit, blah blah blah. Actually, the deadline for that one was here, because this is for this. This is for this, and this is for this, and this is for this. So for this, it would have been this, right? Co-animator, like if you have like in-betweener, things like that, we have none, so that doesn't apply. The checker, who is going to be like your, kind of like your director of animation. And well, we don't have anybody. Not very sure like the credit and the FTG, what that means. If you do what it means, go ahead and put it in the chat. I would love to do that, to know. The production, well, you put the production right there. The sequence, you put the sequence number right there. So like sequence number 2, like how many have you done? Scene, like what scene is it? A lot of the times it's like, wow, scene number 100. The footage, sometimes they've already done like so many takes of this that this one is like number 3. The animator, so that would be my name. Hey, my name is Luisa, spelled without the O, like in the movie Encanto. Character, well, we already put the character there, but we'll put it here. And then, yeah, so this is all the same thing. So, okay, so we'll put here, I'm gonna go ahead back and forth, and I hope that you can see that I'm going back and forth to another program. And let me go ahead and pause my program right here. Okay, so you should be able to hear my sound. Because you stole my candy! Because you stole my candy! Okay, so, hey, that's my voice. Okay, so that is 3 seconds, right? So 3 seconds, that's 24 times 3. I'm not very good at math, so I'm not going to tell you how much that is. However, I'm going to tell you that we're going to film this in 12 frames per second. The reason why is because we're doing a hold in 2s. So if we held it at 2s, that would be 12 frames per second if we just did 1 frame. Actually, no, we're going to do 24 frames per second. The reason why is because we're doing a next sheet. And I need you to know that a next sheet is usually done the correct way would be in 1, 3, 5. Okay, so we're going to do 24 frames per second. So that's 3. So let's go back to our X sheet. Hopefully you can see the whole screen. I feel like I should test it. Otherwise, I'm going to be really sad if I go back to the end of my whole video and you cannot see the whole thing. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and continue. Okay, so frames. So the first thing that I do myself is fill out the numbers. So 5, 7, 69, 71, 73, 75. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I think that's right. Anyways, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the dialogue. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with the dialogue. And we're gonna do the action. For the action, I have no action actually. I wish I had a storyboard. We could do that. Why not do that? Okay, so she has you stole. No. So it's gonna be like this. And it's gonna be in 3/4. So we gotta erase again. And I haven't thought of this, so bear with me because we're making up a storyboard as it goes. So you stole my candy. Okay. That's a nice storyboard. 2 frames. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, so it's gonna be a really short animation of her pointing at someone. We're really gonna focus on the mouth. Okay. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the lip sync. So the way we do that is we are going to really focus on this. Okay. Okay, so I can't fast forward this because this is very important. Okay, so we know that the first letter that she says is B. And then she has, she says, so this dialogue, so we're gonna put the letter B. And then in here, she says K. She says the letter C. Now, this is four. So right here at 4, so we're gonna erase this because this is wrong. She's already saying E, U, and there are O's for double O's for U. That's 1 minute. Or one second. 1 minute. That would be a lot. Okay, so 24 frames per second. 24 frames per second. 24 frames per second. Okay, so we're absolutely wrong right here because 24 frames per second is all the way over here and we're all the way right here. So we're completely wrong. We're absolutely wrong. Okay. So let's do this again. That's at 3. At 1 minute, she says you. 1 second. I apologize. You. So that would be 24 seconds. So 24 seconds. So that's the S sound. Right after that, and then we're at 1.3. 24 times 2 is 48. So that would be here. And then in here, we're at 0.3. So that would be around here. She says T.
Exactly at 2, she says the letter M, so that's at 48. Okay, so there is a letter C and right away there's an A at 2.2. So that would be around here. But right away there's a giant A that drags. Here's the letter M, and immediately there's a D. Okay, so hopefully this is right. It gives us an idea. There's the letters, and then for the position, if we look at our storyboard, we would want her to say, let's look at this one more time. So you.
Because you stop. 1.3. So at 1.3, which is 24 plus a little bit, that's when we want, and you can draw in here. A lot of the times you see people drawing in the egg sheets. So that's when she actually draws her hand out. In action, you can just you can either write it or draw it. A lot of the times you see people drawing it. A lot of animators in Disney, they would just doodle in there or just say hand comes out. Okay. Here's for layers. These are for layers or other characters. Well, other layers would be other characters. Camera instructions, pans, close-ups, all that. I'm not very entirely sure what these ones are for. I believe these might be for like special effects or pegs. I know pegs, what pegs are. Pegs are the little thing that you put underneath on the table that hold the paper. Maybe that is some sort of thing that holds the paper back then, and they still appear here in this egg sheet because it's an older egg sheet. I don't know, maybe so. If you do know, put it in the comment list. In the comment list. Comment in the comments so that we all know. But hey, that is how you fill it out. So now that we have filled it out, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and animate this. So yeah, so that's how you fill it out. Hopefully this was fun for you. I don't know, it's not technically always fun for me, but it does help me for my dialogue. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and when I label my frames, I'm gonna do 3 and then I'm gonna put a B because that's where the B is. So yeah, so that is how I'm going to animate. So let's go ahead and start animating. See you then. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started with animating. Obviously it's going a little faster. I don't want to keep you here forever. There's definitely a lot of frames. I think we have about 72 frames or something like that. This is frame 9. I'm going to be putting every single letter, like this is letter E. Every letter that I animate, I'm also going to be putting uh, a a sheet where you can see the mouse. And you can also look this online for reference if you like a different one. But this is pretty much what I use. I also use my own style for the mouth options that I use. But you pretty much want to have the idea of the mouth, how it opens up, and this is pretty much what I use. And yeah, I will pretty much just always have it here for you, so you can see it here somewhere in the right corner, um, bottom, probably bottom right corner. um, I'll also be putting the time what I'm doing right now, the time charts, which are very helpful. The time charts are so helpful. I cannot tell you how helpful they are. When you're animating, you should always, always have a time chart. The reason being is because you'll always want to do slow in and slow out. And when you do that, your animation is going to be very natural, and your animation is going to be therefore very good. Um, right now we're doing the O or oo sound. So it's going to be a very tiny oo. You can see in the chart, bottom left, oo, o. Um, she says that for a long time, where she says, "You stole." I think that's what it says. I already forgot what it says. Um, because I am obviously talking after I already filmed this. If you haven't noticed, but yeah. So a good tips and tricks is to always do the time chart and follow it. When you do slow in and slow out, you will notice that the slow out at the end is going to be a um work through, like you're going to then, they're not going to be post to post anymore, because at the end the slow out is going to be like 7, 9, 11, 13. So it's going to be just like not post to post anymore. So it really helps because then you're just in betweening, and it's really fast to do that. And notice my charts are always on the top right corner. Every time I do an animation, I always have my charts on the top right corner or on the left. It doesn't really matter where you put it. The point is that they're always there. Um, if you finish your animation, you can always erase it. It's not a big deal. Right now we're doing the A. For the A sound, it's like an ah,
like an open mouth, tongue shows, um, and in betweening for the mouth is a little harder for because I'm using a thicker pencil, so it doesn't matter too much. Notice, obviously, I did end up adding more poses than my initial tiny storyboard that I did here with you guys. A shake in the head, a head shake was definitely something I wanted to add here, and it looked appropriate. So I'm glad I did this. Um, because this is an S sound, because again, my pen is so thick, you don't see the tongue, but there's supposed to be a tongue there. For the S sound, the tongue is supposed to be sticking out. You can't see it because of my thick pen. Um, t, the t also tongue sticks out. I'm gonna leave it sticking out very much. Um, so there it is. You can see again, this chart at the bottom is gonna help you out. Not all the letters are there. I think the T is missing, but you can see that um you can kind of do it with your own mouth and kind of try to pretend. Let's see what else. Some tips and tricks. Always try to have um good reactions. There's a thing in animation that they teach us, and that is to try to have a good silhouette. A silhouette means that, like for example, I'm not practicing what I'm preaching right now because my silhouette is, for example, well, right here it is a good silhouette because my arms are sticking out. Um, but the arms are gonna come in into the chest, and that's not a good silhouette because you can't read it. If she was a silhouette, you can't read that pose because you don't know where the arms are. But always making sure that if she was a silhouette, you knew what kind of pose she was doing. So that's why 3/4 is so important, which my character right now, her face is sort of 3/4, so she is 3/4. Um, you always want to have your character 3/4. That is definitely a must have, is your character does should be 3/4 most of the time. I know mine is sort of coming from view, but because this is a monologue, right? If it wasn't a monologue, then yes, um, it would be a little different. But um, most of the time, 3/4, especially if it is a dialogue with another character, 3/4 is good staging, what they call good staging. So again, everything I talk and I preach and all of this is things that I've learned throughout the years in animation school, and I am passing it over to you. If you have questions, definitely put it on. I always tell you, you can always add me in Instagram and ask me questions 101 about your animation. If you want me to review your animation, give you feedback, I can definitely do so. I know if you if you think my animation is like, okay, your animation's like not that great, like I can do better, that's fine. Um That's awesome. I'm glad. But I did spend almost 15 years in school, art school. So I do have experience and I would be happy to take a look at your animation. So, yeah. And yeah, I always say art can be taught. You don't have to be, um, you don't have to be born with a talent. You don't have to, you can learn art. And yeah, some of us are better than others, but experience, practice, all of that definitely makes you better. And my goal here with this YouTube channel is that I, one, get more experience by practicing my skills, and two, that I can share my knowledge, um, and my years of experience in art school with you all, and that I also learn from you guys. So, well, me saying this, I think we're almost here on an end. I love this part right here. Putting the head down. Also love this mouth right here. I think this is a good, really good mouth. Very tilted. She seems sad. Her candy got stolen. Very good personality. Even though it's just a sketch, definitely works out. Um, so hopefully you made it till the end. If you are listening, obviously you did. If you didn't make it till the end, that's sad. I'm sorry you didn't. Hopefully I didn't bore you through the X sheet, which makes sense. X sheet can be boring, but the animation part was really, really cool. So, um, yeah. Subscribe, hit the bell button. I will see you next time. Look at this video. We also have playlists. And yeah, I'll have the final video here. I probably had to adjust a little bit of the timing, since it's normal for you to have to adjust the timing a little bit. That's why there is editing software. So, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. And bye. Because you stole my candy! Because you stole my candy!
Okay, so that is it for today. If you like today's lessons, hit subscribe button, the bell button, and hopefully you come back for more. And then watch these two videos and or playlist and this video, and subscribe. Share this video with others, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.